As someone who grew up near a haunted penitentiary and who lived in a state that has another one that I visited, I know too well the value of being able to repurpose a prison for fun and profit. I don't necessarily know if you'd want to do it to live there, but we can talk about that today on This Old Doom, where we're hitting up MAP07 from TNT Evilution on Final Doom Prison. And it's certainly haunted currently. We're going to have to deal with that by destroying everything inside. But it could make for a very compelling property. So let's take a look. The numbers, I'm not going to lie, they're kind of intimidating. I'm expecting a lot of close quarters combat and probably me shrieking and screaming. So just be warned. This could be a long one. And they're starting us off with the plasma rifle, which I will hold on to for right now. Let's see how this goes. I already hear a bird of hell. I'm going to try to funnel in these hit scanners down in this hallway. And just kind of be careful. Kind of doing a little bit of stealthiness here. Now, I will use the plasma rifle on this guy. Perfect. Like there's a shotgun too, so I'm glad we're seeing some weapons. Ironically, I would expect to see not that many weapons in a prison. I guess you would see a lot in like the guards areas, right? I don't know. I don't know anything about prisons. I just know that this level is called prison, and we're going to make the most of it. So you start off here in this main section, which, I mean, I'm not even going to pretend that we're going to use this property as like a residential area. I think it's a bit too big. An apartment complex. Yeah, maybe if you can get people to agree to maybe the unorthodox architecture of it being a former jail that holds inmates. We assume that's what it was, hence the name. Maybe it's just called that. Maybe it's, you know, just a reference to something else. I don't know. But that's kind of weird how you have these two enclosed staircases to go up. And they are leading us up to this section. And like behind it, there's like a whole other wall. Let's go down here and grab this stuff first. There's 4 secrets also that we're going to have to look for. Kind of figured that would probably lower if we hit it from the other side. And I'm wasting bullets. It's already happening. So we need to go up these steps and then drop off. I don't know if there's one side that's better than the other. It looks like it lowered both of those for us, so that's good. I wonder if it revealed anything on this side. Just some items. We'll grab those as well. Plenty of things to find. That's good because, you know, more diversity just means that we'll be making our market value go way up, and who doesn't love that? We obviously need to jump into that teleporter, so let's do that next. I think we've expended everything that we can do here. Unless, and I didn't check this, sometimes they put a secret right at the beginning. They did not this time, so that was a waste of about 5 seconds. I'm sorry. We're not doing speed runs here. What awaits us on the other side of this? Looks like we're out in the prison yard. Maybe not where I expected to be immediately, but it'll do. Watch out for Fat Ass there shooting his fireballs at us. The imps took care of that guy. Beautiful. The one thing that's good about open areas like this is that, you know, we have the capability to maybe take care of a bunch of enemies before we would actually encounter them. The bad thing is that can make it tough to use them as landmarks because corpses tend to look all look the same to me. Wow, there's a lot of activity out here in the yard. Thought I saw another one up there. There he is. Come on. Come this way. I don't want to be dealing with you close quarters at all. So yeah, this is definitely set up like a prison. I don't think there's much for me to say from like what these rooms and areas are supposed to look like. It is a prison. It is 100% that's what it is. It's not pretending to be anything else. I was gonna say that guy is pissing me off right there. Obviously it has a moat of lava, which is not something you see every day. At least in the United States prison system. I can't speak for other countries that are maybe a little bit more oppressive. This feels like, I don't know, maybe something you'd see in like a North Korean prison. Just saying. I do want to go... There's a lot of goodies in the moat. But we do not have that much health. We do not have a radiation suit. Although I do see one over there that we could grab. But I don't want to grab it till... Well, there's a couple of them. I guess we can go in. Let's grab it. I do want to start picking up items down here. I don't want to go through the teleporters, but I do want to start picking up items. Not the other rad suit, though, because we may need it. And it looks like there's actually one on the other side of these walls, too. So that tells me there's a way in there. I'll leave that one as well. I think these have like a 2-minute timer on them. But I mainly want to get all this stuff. And then, well, I guess we'll have to go through a teleporter. Let's grab these rockets first. Okay, we know that he teleported up there. Those teleporters do have a purpose in that regard. I think what we need to do is probably figure out how do we penetrate this building. Is this like the main hub? We'll see. Actually, we're kind of stuck over here right now. I think we'll probably need to figure out. Okay, that works. Red door. We don't have anything for that. So, sorry guys there. We're back up on this side. So, how do we get over... Ah. Looks like we have a switch. Oh, it lowers both things. Well, heck, yeah, let's go over to this side. There's one of our 4 secrets. And now... we're invincible, so let's try to make the most of it. Looks like we've made it into one of the cell blocks. Alright, moving fast is going to be the name of the game here. We also don't have good visibility. Peering into these cells is very dark. So we just kind of have to follow the fireballs a little bit. Okay, now I can start kind of going through these individually. There's one. I think that's everyone in here. I guess if I stand in the middle, they would I would probably know pretty quickly. All right, so how do we start opening doors is the question. It looks like this one might open. That's gonna do what? Open another door over here. This is very reminiscent of the factory in Doom 2. where you have to hit a switch to open a door, and then another door opens, and then, like, you know, you're flying around. All right, then we go over here. Final part, and curious to know, is there any items in these cells? Because if so, there's a way to get into them, and we need to know what that is because we're missing secrets. I think we're okay. We're actually making a lot of good progress on this map. So, and look, we're teleported right over here to a very interesting area indeed. This is certainly not what I would expect in a map called Prison. To have a giant catwalk that goes over a bunch of lava. Although I did say that the lava pool that was surrounding the prison appeared to have another side to it, and I'm going to take a guess that this is where we're at right now. Still plenty to do and see. I'm going to go ahead and wander across here and see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into. I see the exit briefly over there. It looks like we're going to have to do some kind of jumping puzzle to get there. I don't know how much I enjoy that. And I do see a teleporter over there. I see some rockets over here. I'm pretty sure... Yeah, let's carefully... Yes. We're gonna grab this, We're gonna go ahead and grab this med kit here, everybody. Just so we know that's what I'm planning on doing. We activated something as well on the other side. Don't know what it is. I'm gonna go through this teleporter though. That seems like a good idea. So that's taking us back here. Oh, we opened this up. Yeah, what kind of area of the prison would this be? Is this supposed to be like, you know, like the atrium type area where you would see a bunch of cell blocks, like, you know, I call it the Shawshank prison, but I'm thinking of the Ohio State Penitentiary down there in Mansfield, which I've been to. That place has definitely got to be haunted, right? But that's where they filmed the Shawshank Redemption, and when you go in there, there's like, you know, you see layers and layers, like 3 or 4 floors high of cell blocks. And it's pretty frightening, actually, especially if like you're like claustrophobic or scared of heights, or both. If both, you're kind of screwed. You're kind of screwed. Where does this take us to? It looks like that will take us to the exit. I'm not ready to do that yet. There's a lot of things for us to see and do, and we just have to figure out what those things are. One of them is probably this door, which leads us to another one of these. We still need to go outside eventually and grab all of the other, you know, items. This obviously opens somehow. We aren't 100% sure about that. I wonder if it has anything to do with some of these switches that were down here. So if we go into here, then up into our... Where are you? This one. Let's pretend we're going to the exit. I'm not ready yet. Oh man, that's such a pain. All right, we left a guy down here, so at least we know we can go this way. Getting where we're at there. There we go. I was gonna say, we're not ready to exit yet. So let's head back out to the main area, I guess, right? That's pretty much all we can do. I know we at the very least left some of these radiation suits around. So I'll be grabbing those. Probably not a good idea to grab all of them at once, but I don't want to have to do it a second time. And then we have these teleporters, which, yeah, they'll take us. This will take us back to the perimeter here. This area we were not able to go in yet. I wonder if this, there we go. Looks like we get into, I guess this would be kind of like a guard station. Well, actually, no, we're in a completely different area. Just taking us to another side of the map over here. Almost like an escape tunnel. Oh my god. Monster closets everywhere. Is this the Andy Dufresne's escape tunnel? Is that what this is? If so, I would expect there to be, you know, like a sewage system. It does look like this is going to take us up to the guard tower. Like, there has to be secrets up here, right? We've killed just about everything. I see items that look good. Okay, there's something there. All right. So that's one of our items. Jackpot. Okay, coming out of there is on the side of this. Do I see another? Here's a couple items. Yeah, there's definitely a teleporter there that is newer. And we have 3 enemies left. So this is just taking us back to the original part of the map here. I'll look around a little bit longer, but I'm really struggling to find out, like, where would these other secrets be? We've been in here. That's like the main prison area. And let's do a little bit of this, a little bit of this, a little bit of this, and we're going to do some deep exploration of the map. Normally I wouldn't, you know, willingly start using my no clip and map cheat codes this early into a map. I mean, we're less than 20 minutes into it, but there's so much like of this. Oh, there's, yeah, I was gonna say there's a secret right there. There is unfortunately so many, so much lava and shit around the level that I don't want to mess with it. At least that's our last kill, so we're safe from being ambushed. We just need to find that last secret and the last item, and that should be pretty easy to find because you would assume that they would both be next to each other, right? Like that the secret would contain the item. I was gonna say I saw something and it was over here, and it's just a berserk pack. We'll take it. We'll have to no clip back out of here. Sorry about that. And now we'll head to the exit as normally. So I can get back up these steps. So 3.22 million. You got a prison. I will say from a prison standpoint, the outside, very much prison-like. However, you really only had that one cell block. I didn't necessarily think that that was, you know, maybe the best representation. You have this weird... I can get back to where we're trying to go here. This weird catwalk area. I already forget which one of these takes us up to the thing. This is so stupid. Is it none of these? It's none of these, right? It's this one. Of course. And then this will take us out to... I was going to say, we don't have to open all again, right? Yeah, a lot of teleporting stuff. And then, of course, you've got this jumping puzzle at the end. I don't know what this is all supposed to be out here. I thought that was supposed to take us up here. No. Too many teleporters in this map, too. That's the other thing. I would not expect someone who is unfamiliar with teleporters to be buying a property with a bunch of them. But there you go. Andrew Dowswell made prison for us. Just like the System of a Down prison song, which we all know and love. Anyway, more to come. This Old Doom. Hope you're enjoying it. I sure am. We'll see you next time. Make sure to subscribe.